Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Ruth Soltman, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. I'm really happy you guys could be here. I have to adjust my camera a little bit here. It actually was not working right before the show, so I didn't get time to adjust it. Thank you all for being here. I want to say hello to everybody over there on Rumble who's watching as well. Really grateful you all could be here tonight. I want to say hello to Robert. I see Robert is here. Okay. And we have Richard. Hello, Richard. So nice that you could make it. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you, Sarah. Hello, Thomas. Nice to see you here tonight. Hello, Joyce. Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy you all could be here tonight. I just want to remind you guys to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. That's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, AN as in Nancy.com. You can find out about all of my books on there. There's links to order the books. You can find out about my oracle cards, and you can also find out about my services, readings, and Reiki sessions. So all that information is on there. Keep in mind, if you do want to order cards and have them here in time for Christmas, once you place that order, it's about 10 to 14 days till you actually receive them. So there's a separate link. You order directly from the printer, and then they ship directly to you. But that is also on my website as well. So this weekend, I have a really fun event coming up, and it's called the Cy Woods FFA Fall Festival and Craft Market. And it's in Cypress, Texas. Saturday, I'll be there from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. They've got a lot of great kid activities, family events. They're going to have a car show, a carnival, lots of different things for the whole family. So if you're in the area, I hope you'll come out. I will be in booth number 175, Mystic Impressions. So come and say hello, do some of your Christmas shopping. I'll have a lot of items available for Christmas, as well as some books and a lot of other stuff too. Please know that, hello, Anthony, happy birthday to you, sir. Hello, Veronica. Veronica said, hi, I just saw the cherry picker with technicians go up the cell tower again. So we'll see how long I get to watch before your show starts getting interrupted. Well, it's not going to get interrupted, Veronica. So you'll be able to see the whole show. Please know that your support is much appreciated. And, you can support us in many ways, not just my show, but any of the Goldylocks shows. If you want to give financial support, you can do that through Super Chat or Super Sticker on YouTube. Hello, Marcia. Nice to see you here. You can do that through Rumble Rant on Rumble. You can do that through Venmo. And my Venmo is at Ruth, RUTH-Soltman, SOLTMAN. Now, or you can even sponsor a show if you would be interested in doing that. You can there's so many different ways you can support our shows. You can hit the thumbs up button to like the show. You can share the show link on your social media. You can leave a testimonial, which is kind of like a review on the Goldylocks Productions website. All of these things, help us to be more visible to others. And, we appreciate your support in every way that you can support us. So a really interesting thing happened to me this morning, and it was very, very unusual. I took my 5-year-old granddaughter to the bus, and when me and Judy's almost 2, we were walking back from the bus, I see this huge bird fly like across our street and into the tree. And as I saw it, I could clearly see what it was. It was a white swan. Now, people are going to think that's nuts. We don't live by the water. I've never seen a swan around here. We live in the city. But that's clearly what it was. And it landed in the tree. So I told Judy, I go, come on, let's go over here and we're going to look and see. I was hoping to get a picture of it. But as I searched the whole tree, it wasn't there anywhere. But I clearly saw it. She saw it too because she looked, because he was big when it was flying, and it's not something, a bird that you normally even see flying. So I just thought it was really kind of crazy. So I looked up the symbolism for white swans, and they symbolize love. They symbolize devotion, clairvoyance, inner beauty, grace, and elegance. And in many cultures, they're considered sacred. I thought that was pretty interesting. And it said to see them is a good omen and signifies peace and contentment. So that's something we all need more of, isn't it? Peace and contentment. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for your super sticker. I really appreciate that. So last year I did I think it was 21 days of gratitude in November, leading up to Thanksgiving. And I would just post it kind of on my page, or I don't even remember which page I posted it on. And it would be like different things, name 3 things that you're really grateful for, blah, blah, blah. And it was something different every single day. And I really enjoyed it. Several people participated. So I'm going to do that again this year. This year, it's going to be 25 days of gratitude, and I'm going to start it on November 1st. Now, last year, I think people had a hard time, finding the memes that I posted. So what I'm going to do this year is do a temporary group. So I'm going to try and get that set up this weekend, and then I will invite people. I will send out invites for it, and I will post the link on my page, obviously. So anybody that would like to participate in that, it was a lot of fun last year. And, everybody had such amazing answers and responses. So that's why I want to do that again this year. Sarah, I don't know if I said this, but thank you very much for your donation, for your super sticker. And yes, I will put Anthony on the list. A birthday message for Anthony. Hello, Joyce Hartman. Nice to see you here. Let's see if I missed anybody else. Veronica said, I love the gratitude days last year. Yes, and you were one that participated like every day. And there were several, and it was very cool. But this way we'll have it all in one place where it's going to be easy to get to. I'll make sure that nobody misses any of the, the information or the sharing. So I'm going to get working on that. And get that group set up so I can, start that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, now, October has come and it's nearly gone. And this month went by so crazy fast. 2 months from right now, it's going to be after Christmas. Let that sink in, because, it just seems like it was just summer, or it was just Easter. I mean, this year has just flown by. And, 2 months from now, it's going to be after Christmas, and we're going to be looking forward to welcoming in a brand new year, right? And it seems so crazy when we really think about it, because the time has passed so fast. We need to start planting the seeds now that we want to harvest in 2023. So make sure you set your crystal clear intentions, and let's make 2023 the best year of our life. And we can do that. We can definitely do that. Sarah said, I agree, Veronica. It was fun. Looking forward to it again this year. Well, I'm very happy to hear that, ladies. Thank you. And I'll definitely know as soon as I get that, all together. So, most of us are all on social media in one format or another. Pretty much on a daily basis. I think a lot of people, and a lot of people on social media, I'm not saying us, but a lot of people post a lot of negative stuff or things that are just absolutely like absurd. And why would you even want to waste your time with it? If you read any of the news headlines or, celebrity gossip, it's almost always negative. Always. There's all of this huge attention that is placed on negative behavior. And it's just insane how this stuff spreads and grows like wildfire, right? So let's turn that around. We need to. Let's place our attention on the positive behavior, all of the positive stuff. And I know that we do mostly, but let's really flood our social media with positive vibes, love, light. Let's put all of our focus on love, honesty, integrity. And let's, let's support people that are about love, honesty, and integrity. When you see something negative, just delete it or keep scrolling. I see a lot of people on Facebook from time to time will be complaining about, oh, their Facebook newsfeed is filled with all this crap, blah, 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 blah. I can honestly say that I've never had that issue. If I feel like something is if I can feel a little bit of negative energy from it, I delete it right away. And then I'll go and see who posted it. Well, first I'll see who posted it, obviously, before I delete it. But then I'll go and look at, if it's someone I don't know that well, and I'll look at their page and I'll go through some of their posts and see, is this what this person is normally like? Are they just spouting negative stuff all the time? Because if they are, they're gone. I won't, I just, I would not want to open up my Facebook or any social media and just see a bunch of negativity. I don't, I shield myself from negativity and I welcome in all the positive stuff. So I'm certainly not going to stand for it to be invading me that way. But a lot of people will just complain about it instead of, actually doing something about it, like as in deleting the person from their social media or deleting the post. They'll just comment on it and it'll be a negative comment, and then it just keeps going and going and going, and then there'll be this long thread with all this negativity. None of us need that, right? None of us. Because what we focus on, that's what we get more of. So we're going to start flooding everything with tons and tons and tons of love, light, and positivity. We're not going to make it possible for there to be any room for this negativity. And, let's start making some positive videos go viral, right? I've seen, I look and I kind of feel like I'm doing a little bit of research. I'll see something that looks like absurd and it'll say like 25,000 views. And it'll be like a video of someone that says, my dog fetching a bone or fetching a stick. Okay. 25,000, 100,000 views. I mean, I don't understand it, but stuff that's very affirming for us or good for us on every level of our growth and evolution, you won't see that a lot because people just aren't clicking it on. It's not what they want to hear. Look at some of the role models this generation has, these kids today. Very artificial, very fake. And, look at photos. You can look at a photo online and you have no idea if it's real or fake because the average person can do so much to change a photo. And I feel like the message that sends to our young people is that, well, you don't look perfect. You need to do this, this, and this to look perfect. I can remember, I've always, I don't know if I would say had issues with, but I've never liked the fact that people will do that with their photos. I remember this one time I went to this seminar by an author and they had posted her picture and everything. And I had seen some of her books. And when she walked out on the stage, I said to the person I'm with, I'm like, well, who's that person? I did not even recognize her because she looked so different from her, filtered, retouched, whatever picture. It didn't even look like her. And I feel like that gives people a false sense of who someone is. And that's what a lot of these kids do nowadays with their phones, with their photos, with their videos. They can make it whatever they want it to be. And, it's just kind of sad, because how are they learning to be who they really are, their real authentic self? And this seems to be the norm. I mean, you see lots of kids doing this, not just kids, but adults as well. And it feels like they're getting a message that there's something wrong with them, that they need to look a certain way. And that is just not true. Everyone needs to be who they really, really are. And nobody can tell you who you are. Following what everyone else does is not representative of you and your truth. And since yesterday, I've been getting this message. And the message is, be the exception. And I've heard this about 25 times since last night. So I don't know who needs to hear that or where it might resonate with whatever's going on in your life, but be the exception. Sarah said it makes so much sense. That's wild you didn't recognize her. I know. And I felt kind of silly, but it didn't look anything like her photo. I would rather go to meet someone in person and be like, wow, you look so amazing in person, because their photo was of them, and then they look even better in person. But when it looks nothing like them, I mean, I don't know. That is, to me, just really crazy. And, like when I was a kid and stuff, we couldn't do that. Everybody just looked their normal way in a photo. Richard says, artist named Tom McDonald rap a lot of truth, and he talked about the music industry. Oh, interesting, Richard. Veronica says, I find retouched photos creepy. Well, some of them are. I mean, I have seen some that use some filters, and it makes it look like this, like the skin on their face is, I don't like, so outstretched. It's just unbelievable. And then it kind of makes me laugh sometimes when people will comment on someone's photo like that, and they'll be like, wow, you just get younger looking every year. And I'm thinking, do you not realize that's not the real picture? It's just, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people even do recognize that. So I have a question for you guys. Have you let your dreams die? I mean, have you? Sometimes we get into a relationship, and as part of this relationship, part of growing as a couple, we set goals, or we have dreams, things we want to do. Maybe like a certain place that you always dreamed of living, or a certain type of house you always dreamed of owning, or certain places you wanted to travel to. Well, when that relationship breaks up, that does not mean you have to give up on those dreams. You can do anything that you want to do. Age is not a factor. Marital status or relationship status is not a factor. But we've been so conditioned to believe that it is, and it really isn't. So if you have things that you are just so desiring to do, start doing them. Have you left your gifts unopened? Think about this. Now, if you gave someone a present, like a Christmas present, 6 months later, it was still wrapped, how'd that make you feel? Probably unappreciated. You would probably feel kind of sad that they never opened it, especially when you know that you put a lot of thought into that gift. You put a lot of time into thinking about what that person would really, really love. And then you find out that they didn't even open it. Now, Think about the amazing gifts, talents, and abilities that you were given at birth. And you still haven't unwrapped them yet? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? The next lifetime? We need to experience everything that we can in this lifetime. We need to utilize all, not just some, but all of our gifts, all of our talents, and all of our abilities. And sometimes we don't even realize what all of them are yet. But as we begin to unwrap them, more and more will be revealed to us. Because we didn't come here without any gifts. We didn't come here without any, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. But talents. Resources. We came here with all of this stuff. We just sometimes don't realize it. And, when we use our gifts, that's when we shine the brightest. And that's what we need here at this time, is for everyone to be shining their light as bright as they can. And you know what? You never know who is watching, right? You never know who is watching you. Maybe we're shining our light into the darkest corners of someone's world or someone's life, and maybe that's going to make a huge difference for them. Maybe we are an example to them to help someone else or help lead someone else to their own truth. Our gifts are part of us, so they're part of our truth. So if we're not utilizing our gifts, are we standing totally in our truth? Think about that for a moment. If we are not using our gifts, are we standing totally in our truth? Sometimes we don't like to acknowledge our gifts or talents because we don't like the attention. Like maybe you're a really good singer or you play a musical instrument and you've always been able to do this. You've always had those talents or abilities. But, maybe when you were a kid, it was like, oh, grandma's here. Come and sing for her or come and play some music for her. And you didn't like being that center of attention. You know what? Get over that and get over that pretty fast, because how are you going to be standing out there shining your light if you're afraid of a little bit of attention? Because that light is so bright, it's going to do nothing but attract attention. Sarah said, some dreams I did put on hold, but I am trying to get back to following those dreams again. Good for you, Sarah. Richard said, I am living my dream now. I used to not think about the dreams for a long time. Well, good for you, Richard. Good for you. And I think it makes us feel good when we have dreams, things like that we really want to do. And it's nice to be able to work towards those, as a goal. But we know, a lot of times we know some of our natural abilities. Sometimes we don't, but a lot of times we do. And it's really important that we unwrap that entire package. It really is important. And it's not going to be just like, you have this one amazing gift. You have so many, like a whole treasure box full. Sometimes we just pull one out at a time and then we close it back up and we wait for a while. But there are so many different things in your treasure box. So you need to start pulling them out. This is the best way for you to truly realize who you are and what you are all about. How better to learn about yourself. And, these are the messages that I was getting earlier today about what they wanted me to talk about. And then about half an hour before the show, I was setting up my computer and stuff, and I was looking at my cards, and I said, which cards am I going to use? Well, I was immediately drawn to the unicorn cards. So I shuffled them, and I said, I want a card for the whole group. And interesting, because this is great validation. Access your gifts. Look at that. And look at that bright light shining. Access your gifts. Explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. And in a nutshell, that is basically the message that I have been getting. Access your gifts. Use your gifts, because that is at the core of who you are. And you do have, look at that whole treasure chest there. Whole treasure chest full of gifts. And that's what we need to access. And that's what we need to use. It will transform your life. Sarah said, needed this push, LOL, swift kick in the britches. Richard says, I love role-playing games. Well, that is awesome. So that's something, we can all, using our gifts helps us to grow. It helps us to evolve. And pretty much on every level. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you here. Welcome. So just keep that in mind, because I guarantee you that once you start unraveling these gifts, you're just going to find more and more and more and more. And a gift isn't necessarily like, it doesn't have to be like a talent such as singing or painting. It can be a gift of compassion. You see a homeless person and you have so much love and compassion for them that you immediately want to help them without even thinking. It can be so many different things. It could be you're a gifted cook and you make amazing meals that feed people. So many different things. So you don't have to think of it as some big, huge scale thing, or because I think a lot of times people will look at, celebrities and be like, well, I don't have talent like that. And think that their talent doesn't mean anything. But that's not the case. We all have talent. We are all gifted. We have so many amazing gifts. We have some that are, things that we do. We have some that we have lots and lots of spiritual gifts. Look at our intuition. Is that a gift? I would say so. And I feel it's something that we all are born with. Do we all use it? No. So that right there is one gift. You start using your intuition, and it's going to lead you into more and more and more gifts that you have that you probably don't even know you have. Okay. I'm going to do some cards. And I know that Sarah gave me a super sticker for Anthony for his birthday. So I've got that one. I'll do that one first. Anthony. Okay. Well, your birthday's pretty close to Halloween, Anthony. Let's see what we have for Anthony. These cards sometimes stick a bit together. Okay. And I'm going to get you a unicorn card and also one from the Divine Energy Oracle. Anthony. Okay, Anthony. Beautiful. These unicorn cards are so incredibly beautiful. It says Pool of Christ Light. And it says open your heart. Spread unconditional love. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful picture. And what is that Christ light? That is unconditional love, right? So keep your heart open. Let the love freely come and go. Receive and give. Because we can't always be a giver, giver, giver. We can't always be a receiver. It has to balance out. And you have to keep that heart open, because if you want to say, build a wall around it, what's going to happen is that no one's going to be able to penetrate that wall, but you're not going to be sending out any love either. So always keep that heart open wide. and feel the exchange of unconditional love. And also, they're wanting you to tune out distractions. Stay focused. Stay focused. And try to not let anything stand in your way. Don't let obstacles, get into your path. If they do, you know how to work through them, you have to work through them, because if you just try to push things aside, when they get in our way, they're just going to come up a little further down the road. So we need to work through those things. But sometimes I feel like maybe you have a hard time staying focused on exactly what you want. And sometimes you'll let things distract you a little bit. Try to keep that focus, because that focus is very important when you're wanting to manifest. Because you have to have that crystal clear intention, and that laser focus, right? That laser focus. And you'll be able to manifest amazing things, Anthony, amazing things. And happy birthday again, Anthony. I hope that resonates with you. Okay. Robert, I did see earlier that you had asked for a message, and I'd be happy to do that. And then Richard. And if anybody else would like a message, please just drop it in the chat box. This one is for Robert. You're very welcome, Anthony. Let's see what we have for Robert. Oh, Robert, I like this. Look for the signs. And it says, pay attention, expect an answer. And we can see signs everywhere. I like this picture. There's signs in the clouds. There's signs in the number, where to go, on the pumpkin. And it's just a reminder that we're being given signs and messages all the time, everywhere. We just don't always know that's what we're getting. Numbers have significance, and animals, different animals that you might see, look it up. There's different animal symbolism. This has a dove, a rainbow, beautiful unicorn cloud in the sky as well. It looks like a portal over here. So start paying more attention, because they are giving you messages. So ask for what you want to know. Ask for what you want to be shown, and then expect an answer, and you will get it, Robert. Whoops. Uh-oh, we dropped a card here. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Never know who might need that card. And so that was for Robert. Okay. Veronica said, your show still isn't buffering. I'd love a card, please. Veronica. After Richard. And then Thomas. All right. Let's see what we have for everybody. Okay, now we're up to Richard. Ooh, that one popped out. Oh, Richard. Now, how interesting is this? You just got the same card. Look for the signs. Pay attention. Expect an answer. How many times have any of us said, this is what I want, okay, put it out into the universe, and did not expect to get an answer. Just figured, whatever. So you probably didn't get that answer, right? Expect an answer. You will get an answer. But look for the signs, Richard. And I love this when the same card comes up more than once. I think that is so cool. Numbers, songs, things that you may overhear in conversation, even if it's not a conversation you are having. A lot of times song lyrics. But I feel like you two are getting a lot of messages and just pay attention to that more. Because when we're sent these messages, it's for a reason. Maybe it's it's something they're either trying to tell you at the moment, or a direction they're trying to help guide you. But remember, ultimately, what we do is our own free choice, right? Okay, Richard, I hope that resonates with you. Hello, Devin. And now I'm up to Veronica. Let's see what we have for Veronica. Shower of blessings. Oh, look at all that. It says, open yourself to receive. Pay it forward. And Veronica, I feel like you are always, you're quite the giver, but you haven't always allowed yourself to receive. Now look at this. Here we have receiving. There's lots of gold coins. There's wheat, roses, presents. And I feel like the wheat represents health. I feel like the rose represents love. I feel like the coins represents financial abundance. And I feel like the presents are, one, you just being showered with abundance. And also the feeling I'm getting and what I'm hearing is not just this type of presence, but presence, like being there, being in the moment, being grateful. So keep yourself open to receiving, because you have so much good coming your way. And just always remember to live in that place of gratitude, because when you're grateful for what you have and what you receive, you send out that gratefulness energy, and then the universe sends you even more to be grateful for. Hello, Joyce. So I hope that resonates with you. Ooh. Thomas. Create your vision. And this has the number 3 on it, which is a significant number for you because that's your birthday number. And it says, do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. And look at this beautiful picture. Looks like you're going forward into this absolutely incredible place. I love this. Do what makes your heart sing. Create your vision. And you can do that. You can manifest what you want in your life. You create that vision. You have that crystal clear intention and focus, and you can make it happen. So I hope that resonates with you, Thomas. And then, I hope that has some meaning for you. Sarah. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for your super sticker. Okay. And Joyce. Okay, Joyce says, I'd love a card, although I believe I've already received a message. Wow, look at that. That is an awesome comment, Joyce. And Veronica says, thank you. I am grateful for that message. You are so welcome. Yes, thank you so much, Sarah. Let's see what we have for you. Wow. Pool of Christ light. Open your heart. Spread unconditional love. Now, I don't always remember messages after I've given them, but I do believe, Sarah, that this is the card Anthony got. So I love that. I love that it says the pool of Christ light, because what is Christ light? It's unconditional love, right? So keep your heart open and keep that energy exchange of unconditional love. Yeah, Sarah says she's giggling. Yes, it is. Yep, that's what I thought. How interesting is that? So that was 2 different cards now tonight that have repeated, which is pretty cool. So again, that's all about unconditional love. And it's all about unconditional love for yourself as well. Because we are never taught to love ourselves unconditionally. It's not something that, like, I don't know anyone that grew up feeling that way, that yes, I was taught to love myself unconditionally. And live life to the fullest. And I had talked about earlier in the show, setting our intentions for 2023 and making that the best year of our life. And now they're reminding you to live life to its fullest, to the fullest. So I feel like there's going to be some changes in the new year for you, Sarah. Some exciting changes. And you're going to be able to, move more into that space of living your life to the fullest, or feeling like you are as living it to the fullest. So that's pretty cool. So I hope that resonates with you, Sarah. And Joyce. Oh, Joyce, this is pretty. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. And it says, awaken psychic abilities. Tune into the infinite. So, our intuition, abundance is a frequency. I don't know if a lot of you remember, like, the old school radios. We turn the knob and you'd be like in between a station. And as you got closer to one, you start to hear a little bit, but there'd be a lot of static. And then the closer you got to tuning it in, and then it was perfectly clear. Well, that's how these frequencies are as well. We need to tap into these frequencies, the frequencies of abundance. And we can all do that. We can all tune into that. We can all vibrate at that level. And I know you have a lot, Joyce, a lot of very powerful intuition. They're also wanting you to awaken your psychic abilities. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope that you are trusting your intuition more and more. And that's going to help you with your psychic abilities as well, because you're going to learn that those messages that you are getting, that that's what it is. And it's not just in your head. So I hope that resonates with you. Veronica said, I love the radio analogy. Oh, thank you. I figure that's an easy way to explain it, at least for people who remember what those kind of radios were like. Sarah said, thank you so much. I just had something that randomly popped up on my Facebook feed yesterday, and it asked, are you living life to the fullest? Great validation for that tonight. Oh my gosh. I love when stuff like that happens, Sarah. That is so amazing. Thomas said, thank you so much. You are so welcome. Yeah, that is, like, to me, like, the coolest thing when you get that validation. Just like when I kept hearing the message to talk about the gifts and stuff, and then I pulled that card. That was great validation to me. Joy said, thank you. Speaks to me. Awesome. I'm very glad to hear that. So we do have about 15 minutes left if anybody else would like a message. I'm going to go back and see. Oh, Heather. I remember Heather was on here. I'll pull a card for her. Yeah, can you believe that next week the next show is going to be November? Okay, Heather. Write your name down. It says soul satisfaction. These cards are just so beautiful. And what it says is, honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. And I love that. Honor your uniqueness. I can remember when I was a kid, and there'd be like that one kid, maybe in your class or in your whole grade, that everybody would make fun of. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but some kids would make fun of them. They would be very different from everyone else. And they would try really hard to fit in with everybody. And now, if you think about it, what they should have been doing was being encouraged to be their unique self. That's not something that, most people, nowadays we do because we know. But back when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like you're a unique individual. We need to honor that. It was more like parents didn't want their kids to be the weirdo. But things, we've changed, we've grown, we've evolved. We've learned so much more spiritually than, our parents or grandparents knew. Um, but honor your uniqueness. What is it about you that makes you so different and so special from everyone else? We all have that uniqueness quality. So do what makes you feel good about yourself. Do what makes you feel happy. And always, 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 Heather, remember to honor that uniqueness. That's what makes you, you. Nobody wants to be a cookie cutter image of somebody else. So keep living in your truth and your authenticity. I hope that resonates with you, Heather. I'm going to pull a card for Devin. Oh, I like this. Caring community, Devin. See if we can turn this a little bit here so you can actually see it. There we go. It's just a wonderful community of like-minded people. It says participate and belong, enrich your life. So they're wanting you to socialize a little bit more, to get out there and find your people. I feel like you need to expand your social group. I don't know if that's your social life, that you need to socialize more with people that have a lot of the same interests as you. I feel like that's going to really enrich you. It's going to enrich your life. And, when we participate in activities with other people that we, are on the same wavelength with, it's a great feeling. It's just a great feeling. So see if you can find, some community of people that you can socialize more with, Devin. I hope that resonates with you. And Marcia, I will pull a card for Marcia. Let's see what we have for Marcia. Oh, look at this. This is the third time this card has come up. Look for the signs, Marcia. And look at the number on the card, number 1111. So it says, pay attention, expect an answer. And Marcia, I feel like the signs are all around you. I feel like a lot of times you pick up on them. Maybe you don't always interpret them in the way that they are meant, if that makes sense to you. But if you're not clear, ask for clarification. Your angels, your guides, the universe, they will clarify the information for you. When you get a sign, you might instantly think, oh, it's about this. This is what this is about. And Marcia says, that is my number, my life number. I love that. That is awesome, Marcia. And we might think instantly when we see a sign that we know exactly what it's for. Sometimes there's a deeper meaning. So just watch out for the signs, because I feel like you are getting a lot of them. If the information is coming too fast, and it's just overwhelming you, you can ask them to slow it down. You can definitely ask them. But anytime that we don't know what something means, or if it's not clear enough for us, you can ask for clarification. Because, sometimes we'll ask for an answer, but we are not clear on what we're asking an answer for. Sometimes we can be a little bit vague. So make sure that if you're asking for something, that you make sure that you put that clear intention out there. That is so cool, Marcia, your life number. Richard, that's his too. Wow. Devin said, thank you so very much. I'll definitely do that. Well, good for you. And besides just enriching your life, Devin, it's probably going to be a lot more fun. We all need to have fun, right? We all need more joy in our lives. I'm going to go back a little bit here and see if I missed anybody. I think Joyce. Let me see. I'm going to say her name wrong. Joyce Hartman. Okay. I will pull a card for Joyce. Whew. So it had some massive wind the other night, and my dog doesn't like that at all. So she had to lay like right here, just shivering, and I had to kind of snuggle with her until it stopped. But it sounded like very powerful wind, and I think it might have rained just a tiny bit. But when I got up the next morning, it had turned cold here again. The mornings have been very, very chilly. And I don't know if I've said this before, but I sure don't like the cold. Okay, Joyce Hartman, you got Unicorn Wordle. That is an amazing picture. Absolutely amazing. And it says, focus your light. Listen for a message. Focus your light and listen. Look at all of this light all around this whole entire picture. Focus your light. Focus your intention on where you want it to be. And the unicorn energy is very strong as well. They can show us so much, so much. So just keep focusing on the intention that you want to create, Joyce. I've noticed tonight that a lot of messages have been about manifesting in one way or another, which is pretty cool. And I know we talk a lot about manifesting, and everybody, we can all manifest whatever we want into our lives. Veronica said, oh, you're welcome, Marcia. You're welcome, Joyce. Veronica said, speaking of signs, yesterday I lost a ladybug sticker off my pen, then went outside and saw a real ladybug. Then I heard, nothing is lost. It's transformed. I love that. That is so cool, Veronica. So, this just reminded me of something when you said transformed. So I was sitting outside, taking the dogs out the other day, and Judy was out there with me in the backyard. And all of a sudden I see like one or two little butterflies. And I look up towards the top of the house, and there must have been 20 butterflies, just all flying together. They flew up and over the house, back of the house. I'm like, Judy, that was the coolest thing ever. And just as I say that, there's another huge bunch and another huge bunch. There must have been like a total of 60 butterflies altogether. They were very small ones. But then at the end of all of these butterflies, there was probably 3, like, I guess, adult butterflies. So I don't know if this was like their crew. I don't know what was going on, but they were very small. Like I thought they were babies, but I don't think the whole cocoon thing, I think, is in the spring, not this time of the year. But I just thought when I saw those, that made me think of transformation, and how life is our life is constantly being transformed. We're constantly being transformed because we're constantly learning and growing and, finding out new things about ourselves. And we're just evolving. When you think of the word evolution, like you don't always, oh, I'm burping now. You don't always think of, like when I hear the word evolution, the first word that comes to my mind is Darwin. Um, but evolution, we're all evolving. We're all going through evolution. Um, every time we learn something new about ourselves, we evolve a little bit more. Every time we learn something, realize another one of our truths, we evolve a little bit more. Every time we step outside of our comfort zone, we evolve a little bit more. And a lot of people don't like to do that. They don't like to step out of their comfort zone. It's called the comfort zone for a reason, right? Because that's where we are comfortable and that's where we are happy. And a lot of people don't ever want to step outside of there. But when you do, so much growth, so much evolving, and so much transformation takes place. So it's, it might be a comfortable, safe feeling to stay in that place, but you're never going to know all of the rewards and all of the encouragement and all of the confidence and all of the empowerment that is waiting for you until you do step out of that comfort zone. Because, your comfort zone is a nice place to rest for a little while. But eventually you got to get back out there and start doing things again. Start taking control. Start empowering yourself. And one of the best ways to instill confidence in yourself is to step out of that comfort zone and do something that you're afraid to do, that you're hesitant about doing, that you don't think you can do. Then when you realize that you can, it's going to fill you with so much empowerment, so much confidence. And slowly, little by little, it's going to completely change you. It's going to transform you. So don't stay stuck in that place. You never want to stay there for very long. When you stay in that one little zone all the time, what happens? The energy around you is going to become stagnant. It's not moving anymore. You need to have that free flowing energy. You need to go with it as it is happening. Veronica said, or Sarah said, woohoo, lots of transformation taking place. Yes, we all are. We all are. Veronica said, I stopped smoking 4 days ago. Took the massive leap out of my comfort zone, and I am surprised how well I'm handling it. So proud of myself. See, you step outside of that comfort zone, and now look at you. Feel so good about yourself. You're so proud of yourself. Oh, I'm so proud of you too. That's amazing. And it's amazing how sometimes we'll try talking ourselves out of something. I don't know what, for maybe a multitude of reasons. Maybe it's because we're afraid, or it's just a lack of confidence and self-esteem. But when you do it, look at what happens. Congratulations, Veronica. That is so awesome. Richard and Sarah and Joyce, everybody's saying congratulations, good job. You should be very proud of yourself. Stepping out of your comfort zone, that is just amazing. And I think this isn't the first time lately you've been stepping out of your comfort zone. So good for you. You are really soaring, Veronica. And that's probably why I saw so much good stuff coming up for you. So you keep on doing that. It is just amazing. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm so grateful that you guys all joined me tonight. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you guys back here next week. See if there's any more announcements I had. If you're in the Cypress, Texas area, I hope you'll come out this weekend to the craft show. It'll be lots of fun. And let's see. Don't you guys eat too much Halloween candy, because, don't want you feeling sick or anything. But I will see you guys back here next Wednesday at the same time, the same place. I love you guys so much. Have a great night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP. Join our circle of VIPs and receive exclusive access to live stream specials and other epic perks. You can join the Goldylocks Productions VIP communities either through Patreon or the YouTube community. Join today.